thinking and feeling at that moment when you decided to go live? Did you realize that you was going live? Did you think that you were just recording? What was your state of mind at that point?
You saw them comments.
Pretty much just trying to be free.
This man said he's pretty much trying to be free from just leaving the game. Then it was after the game.
It was after a road game, 2-day loss, and then this man went on
being
live.
free.
Oh, he probably
Free from the game.
Free from the
just
game.
being free.
Free
Like
from
we
the
lost,
game, yeah.
bump it. What up, y'all?
It's the twins.
Back at it again. We made.
Realize, 2 billionaires are better than one.
Tell them what we doing today.
Today, y'all, we are back with another reaction. We're reacting to the Ja Morant ESPN interview. He speaks with Jalen Rose about his suspension, y'all, and his time away from the team. But first, y'all, like, comment, subscribe to this video. Please share if you would like. And if this is the first time we come across your screen, hit the notice so you can get it. And with that being said, let's get into the video, y'all.
Y'all, it's been
First
a minute.
religion.
First religion, y'all. It's been a minute. We appreciate
We'll
everybody
talk
that's
about
watching our videos.
Yes.
Since we've been gone.
5K, y'all. Shout out to the 5,000 subscribers and counting.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all, and we are paying attention to the comments. We will be seeing if we gonna react to whatever y'all said. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, and for the followers, subscribers that don't know who this is, he's a well-known basketball player. He was caught with a gun on live on IG, being reckless, but he's young, y'all. So give him grace. We just reacting to his interview.
Thank you for taking the time.
Yes, sir.
And you're 23 years old. You're a superstar. You're one of the faces of the NBA. What has the last 10 or 11 days been like for you? And how are you doing?
Been that
Me
long?
personally, I feel
Away from me.
mentally good that I haven't been in many years since I really got drafted to the league. I'm in a space where I'm very comfortable. I took those days to be able to learn how to pretty much be there for myself and learn different ways to manage stress in a positive way.
So, in particular, if you don't mind getting into detail, like what were you doing these last 10 days and when did it teach you?
Jalen Rose, he might as well be called Beijing Rose.
Oh my God,
Look at all that stuff on his head. You think it's real or a piece?
I mean, I don't think it's a piece. I think it's real being because of the dye. He dyed his hair, like his roots.
Just about yourself.
Just learning, I can open up. I can, express my feelings, and that it's, okay to be able to express your feelings. So, I was constantly, talking to therapists. I've been doing, Reiki treatment. I've been doing anxiety breathing, different stuff to, help me manage that and, release, all that stuff from my body.
How stressful can it be being Ja Morant?
Very.
This nigga talk. This nigga like he
Ja
talk.
Morant.
Very. And I feel like, I didn't pay enough attention to that, when it got rough, and, I pretty much just let it all build up. And that's why I felt like, I needed, my time away to, better myself and, become a more healthy Ja.
I admire you for that because at different points of my life, to be honest with you, I've had friends and family members suggest I do the same thing, and I have done that. And for you to actually take that step is a very important one. When did you look in the mirror and say, I'm going to do this? Because it was reported a couple of days ago that it happened. But when did you say, I'm going to do this and it's necessary?
After I made a, terrible mistake, being inside a club and, went live, I put myself in, a bad position. And also it's, my daughter. There's times where she even tell me if she's, had a bad day. And I feel like, if she can tell me that, then I can be able to go and talk to somebody as well.
John, when did you realize I need to get some counseling? Tell me that morning, your thought process, and when you entered.
It was that morning, when I woke up and, seeing my, name on all over the media for, bad reasons, the wrong reasons, which I didn't, wanted to see. you know, I made a call and said, you know, I need to get away and, you know, I need to, you know, find myself again. And, you know, that's what I...
Nah, that first call was like, what the? What? You know, the strip club released pictures of him too.
It was in the
like,
strip club?
I don't know what kind of club, but it was a strip club that that released a photo of him getting a lap dance, girl. I'm like, what is the point of
I seen a meme where it said, I'm not going to no establishment where you're not getting checked at the door for nothing. Because like,
somebody with the gun?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But some people got connections whether they just get let in.
Yeah, but still.
I took a counseling program and, you know, I've been there for a couple weeks now.
When you get drafted,
A couple weeks? I thought this happened.
Exactly, because
11 days
they
ago.
just announced that he was in Florida. I'm in Florida. He was here in Florida. Yeah, he was here in Florida, and it was just a few days ago that he said. But I think he was there for a week, but they extended a couple weeks. I don't know.
Somebody lying.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
member of the crew, a member of the family, to, in a lot of ways, these are your staff and employees, because you're trying to put everybody on, and you're trying to put everybody in position to be successful because they help you become who you are. So I know it's tough to figure out professionally who can roll with me and who I need to leave behind in order to chase my goal.
He sure left his sister behind, according to her. She
She done came out and said something.
It was an article that came out and said that she was I guess feeling some type of way because he told her to get out their house, get out his house, but she had been living there taking care of their mom for all that time, and now that I guess, you know, his mom passed, she was still staying at the house.
Wait, who?
Jalen. Y'all, we all talking.
Oh, girl, I'm sorry.
Said,
I didn't mean to say that. I mean, I didn't mean to do this, but I thought she was talking about job.
no, because the way what he was just saying, like, I've been there. Times I had to leave people behind, and I said he left his sister behind, apparently.
So for you, what has it been like for you over these last couple of weeks, and how has it been for you to make tough decisions about who you rolling with as it relates to your inner circle?
It definitely has been tough because, you know, I'm big on loyalty, but, you know, I had, like I said, have to, you know, be there for myself. I have to, you know, put myself in good position. So, you know, I have to, you know, find out, you know, who's really for me and who's going to help me.
Basically, he ain't get rid of he is that.
But who put the gun in your hand? I feel like Jai is one of the ones you can't tell him that y'all he is the like he got so much money and stuff. You can't tell. I'm not saying that he don't have people that are yes men around him, but anybody put that gun in your hand and told you to flash that gun? Talking about some loyalty, who for me?
No, he said no, because Jalen said, have you thought about, I guess, removing people?
Yes, that has put him like could be potentially put him in position.
He said
like
it's been tough because I'm big on loyalty. Like it's tough.
This stuff keep going, but
It definitely has been tough.
Over these last couple of weeks, and how has it been for you to make tough decisions about who you rolling with as it relates to your inner circle?
It definitely has been tough because, you know, I'm big on loyalty, but, you know, I had, like I said, have to, you know, be there for myself. I have to, you know, put myself in good position. So, you know, I have to, you know, find out, you know, who's really for me and who's going to help me, you know, be in good positions at all times. And, you know, that's the decisions I have to make.
What was that,
Decisions, you know, I felt good
somebody
about
in the kitchen.
and very comfortable about that. You know, I would be in a positive, you know, light now with everything, you know, that I've made, everything that I've learned in my 2 weeks.
You talked about going live, but it's also in the news that Adam Silver, that you met with him today, and he suspended you for 8 games for conduct detrimental to the league. What was that meeting like?
It was good. Pretty much, you know, an open discussion. Obviously, you know, he says, you know, things, you know, I need to, you know, be better at, but, you know, more of just, you know, showing his support towards me. You know, and I accepted that, and, you know, I also, you know, sent my apologies, you know, to everybody, you know, the league, you know, myself, my teammates, my family for, you know, putting that negativity towards, you know, all of us with a, you know, bad decision.
What were you thinking and feeling at that moment when you decided to go live? Did you realize that you was going live? Did you think that you were just recording? What was your state of mind at that point?
You saw them comments.
Pretty much just trying to be free.
This man said he's pretty much trying to be free from just leaving the game. Then it was after the game.
It was after a road game, 2 day loss, and then this man went on
Being
live.
free.
Oh, he found
Free from the game.
Free from the
Just
game.
being free.
Free
Like
from
we
the
lost,
losing, yeah.
bump it. That's all we
Yeah.
do.
Use that as an escape, which I shouldn't have.
Poor thing.
Like,
He only
that's the
23.
reason, I made many, bad decisions, in my past, which doesn't, pretty much describes me, doesn't describe Jai as a person. I'm a totally different person, than what's been shown, in the media. That's my job now. That's why I took that time away to, become a
Whoever did it wrong. He did it. But still.
What he's about.
Absolutely.
Look, his family members like, but still. I'm rocking with y'all, man. I'm giving him grace, man. That boy young.
And we both know how dangerous that can be. Whose gun were you holding?
Well, the gun wasn't mine. It's not who I am. I don't condone any type of violence, but I take, full responsibility, for my actions. I made a bad mistake.
I repeat. Perfect answer, bro. Don't you incriminate nobody. Don't you say, I don't even insinuate you was given the gun. That was the right answer.
See, the image, that I painted, over myself, with my recent mistakes, but, in the future, I'm going to show everybody who John really is.
Take. Oh, because like he finna say, I'm about to prove all y'all haters wrong.
Everybody got painted over me.
And you know how this works. So now when the IG live video happens and the public sees you with the video,
I'm so glad a brother is interviewing him, because I swear if it was a white woman or white man, they would have asked that question again. Whose gun was it? In another way.
But I knew Jalen was gonna get this interview anyway, because when he responded to the whole situation, he put himself in them shoes, in his shoes, so they was probably like, he's perfect for the interview.
now they go back and dig up everything that they feel like has been attached to your name over the last couple of years. And it was important for me to give you the opportunity to address it, because at 23 years of age, you don't want to be talking about missteps your whole life. And so there was the incident allegedly after the Pacers game, and somebody was allegedly pointing a red dot at some of their personnel. Can you shed light on what happened after that game?
Majority of the things, that's happened in the past, obviously, I kind of put myself into by even being there. But all the incidents you've seen recently, most of them is a lie. I can't speak too much, on those situations because all of them are sealed, and I really can't wait to be able to, finally tell the truth. But what I can say is, like I said before, none of those are my character, and I'm a big family guy. I always care for my family, so it was just me, checking on my family's safety. Once my family, was safe, I left the scene.
Absolutely. And another incident, and by the way, I love your family dynamic. I love seeing you and your father hug and embrace. Your mom is awesome. I love seeing you with your daughter. Like, you're one of the shining stars that bring us into his living room. And another incident that allegedly happened at the mall with your mom was a circumstance that people now wanted to start back trying to dig into the story of what took place.
That's what they do, man. That's what they do.
Pretty much the same thing. I
You
got
said
a
it.
call. I went to, make sure my mom was safe. That's my lifeline. That's who birthed me. So I went to make sure she was safe. Once I realized that, I left the scene again. It's another thing. I just can't wait to be able to, finally tell the truth on.
And I'm a mama's boy. I lost my mom a couple of years ago, so I understand that when you get that call, you want to be there front and center. And then there's a situation that potentially happened with your sister surrounding a volleyball game. Can you shed some light into what took place in that scenario?
Similar situation, that's my baby sister. I received a call and was checking on her safety. Another situation where once I found out she was safe, I left the scene. Obviously, I realized Josh showed up. and you know that's all everybody you know really needed to you know paint whatever you know picture they want. And I realize now you know that's a problem, and you know I put myself in you know those situations.
And the crazy thing about being a superstar like yourself in this era, like everybody has a phone, which means everybody has a camera, which means everybody has an opinion. And so now these circumstances that allegedly took place with the 17-year-old, you guys were playing basketball or whatever, and I know that case is sealed, so we're not gonna, you know, say any names or whatever, but I just want to give you a chance to address everything that's been out there.
It's not much I can say, you know, because it's sealed, but pretty much everything, you know, you see on the social media, you know, that's going on with that is a lie. And another thing, you know, I can't wait to, you know, finally, you know, say my side and, you know, actually tell the truth of, you know, what's going on, so it'll finally stop.
Do you take pride in being a role model?
I do, and, you know, I realize, you know, I have a lot of kids, you know, who look up to me, even, you know, probably some adults, you know, a lot of fans, and I realize, you know, my past mistakes isn't being, you know, a good role model. So, you know, me now is, you know, changing that, you know, finding ways to, you know, impact in an even better way, put a, you know, bright light on, you know, the younger future coming up to, you know, show them, you know, what not to do and, you know, what to do. So, just got to be better in that area, you know, be more responsible, be smarter, and, you know, make better decisions.
What has it been like for you to be away from the game that you love? Like, we miss watching you play, Josh, and I know you miss being out there. Like, what has it been like for you learning about yourself, growing, as you've talked about growing? What has it been like being away from your teammates and being away from the game that you love?
It's been tough. It's been tough. But, you know, the support of, you know, my teammates, my coaches, you know, the whole Grizzly organization, you know, all them, you know, being behind me and, you know, reaching out to me, you know, checking on me, kind of helped me. Obviously, you know, I wish I was out there on the floor with them, you know, each and every night we, you know, go to battle. But I had to, you know, be there for myself. So me taking this time away to, you know, learn how to be there for myself and, you know, learn how to be a, you know, better job with, you know, managing my stress. Would not only make me a better job, but make us, you know, better as a team and, you know, as an organization with, you know, how I'm coming in now.
And one of the things that people underestimate is that, yeah, you're successful. Yes, you're a great family man. Yes, you're great at basketball. But we get stressed out too. So can you talk to people who are dealing with stress, who are dealing with anxiety, dealing with pain? What has it been like for you to discover how to manage it and give them some advice on how they can manage it in their own lives?
I feel like just starting off by saying talk to somebody. You don't have to be afraid. It doesn't make you soft. It doesn't make you weak to, you know, express your feelings to somebody. And I feel like that's what I had to learn. You know, I always was the type to, you know, keep everything in and bottle it up. You know, not comfortable, you know, talking to somebody about, you know, what's going on in my life. And I feel like as a pro, some people don't realize that it's a lot on our plate. For me, being, you know, I'm 23. I'm starting at a young age. Came in young, turned into a provider. I turned into a father, pretty much the breadwinner, you know, of my family. So it's, you know, it's a lot on my plate outside of, you know, day-to-day life. And, you know, I had to learn that, and I learned that, you know, my time away.
Yeah,
you know, it's okay to, you know, express your feelings and, you know, talk to somebody. And I encourage, you know, everybody who's going through, you know, what I'm going through, dealing with stress, anxiety, to, you know, go talk to somebody.
What has it been like for you to see people criticize your inner circle and talk about who you should be hanging with, why you should be hanging with?
He should say, don't need to worry about that.
What have you learned about how you should move with your team going forward?
Honestly, you know, I feel like we put ourselves in, you know, that situation with, you know, our past mistakes. And now it's only right that, you know, we focus in and lock in on, you know, being smarter and more responsible, holding each other accountable, you know, for everything. I feel like in the past we didn't know what was at stake, and now, you know, finally me having that time to, you know, realize everything, have that time alone. I realize that now. I realize, you know, what I have to lose, and, you know, for us as a group, what we have to lose, and it's pretty much just that, you know, being more responsible, more smarter, and staying away from,
I know his people happy they was his homeboy in high school and college.
And as hip hop turns 50, you embody it. The things you say, your swag, your flavor, your fashion, and what ends up happening is people judge everything that we do, including our handshakes. So now people going back to look at footage of you on the floor, and they're like, wait a minute, is Ja affiliated? Is he throwing up gang signs? Can you address some of those naysayers who are trying to portray you in that light?
I feel like, once again, my decisions, pretty much led to that. And now, with the, past decisions I made and, what's going on now, they try to find, pretty much anything on me. And, I put myself in those situations. I'm not affiliated with any gang. Like I said before, I don't condone it, any type of violence. And it's just pretty much on me to, from now on, to, be a better giant, stop that narrative.
What is this last year or so, because there were rumblings that the organization was kind of trying to talk to you and steer you in the right direction, and your head coach, and obviously your parents. What has this been like for your parents here recently, seeing you trending for the wrong reasons?
It's been tough, and I feel like although it's been tough on them, it's been, even tougher on me, because I know they raised me the right way. I know they, did everything, I asked of them, and raised me and, my little sister pretty much the right way. And, for me to be in the news for the wrong reasons, I know it hurt them more, and it hurt me even more, because I feel like, I let them down.
What was it like not knowing what your punishment from the league is going to be? And what can we expect when you get back out on the floor?
Well, that was the tough part, man. Obviously, I didn't know what to expect. I regret all that. I can't wait to be back out there on the floor now, knowing, what my punishment is. And, I accept that, and, I feel like I deserve, that punishment for, my mistakes and, what I did. But when I get back out there, I'll be ready to go. I'll be ready to push for a ring.
And I know this is going to be tough to receive right now, because you're in the storm, right? Because everybody we encounter either got out of a storm or in a storm or about to go through a storm. But I'll tell you this, in a couple of weeks, now that you addressed this and you stood up the way you have in front of this camera, people are going to judge you by how you move forward now. And you get a chance to atone for the decisions that you made, the poor decisions that you made, that we all have made. And this ain't going to be your legacy. I guarantee you it won't be your legacy. So what can we anticipate from you and the Grizzlies as it relates to this Western Conference? You said previously that ain't nobody in the West that you're worried about. Now I know you really ready to get back out there and work. What can we expect from your squad the rest of the season?
A more locked in team, I can say, number one. Obviously, starting with me, being more locked in, paying attention to detail. You're going to see a team that's going to come out and play hard, for a full 48 minutes. And I feel like that's been our identity, this whole time. And just can't wait to be back to, be out there with them and go to battle with them. Like I said before, we know what our ultimate goal is, and that's to win a championship. And, we got to do that from, once the ball go in the air to the last buzzer sound.
I'm happy for you. Sky's the limit. And now that I'm getting a chance to look at you eye to eye, I don't see why y'all can't win the West.
That's the goal.
Let's get it.
That's the goal. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Your thoughts?
My thoughts is it was a good interview. He responded the way he should have, and I mean, if anybody, like he said, after this being that he has to stand on what he did, and he had this interview, from now on we can move forward and not look in the past. This man done addressed everything he could address, because all the cases he said he only could say so much. Get this man grace, because I'm giving him grace, and he's going to be, watch, this man finna take off. I'm telling you, that first game back, if it's a home game, their building finna erupt.
Cause it's still Team Ja. Like they look at still.
It's like outside of what he's done, this man is one of the best players in the league right now. If it's a home game, they finna go crazy, and he gonna go crazy.
I didn't know the interview during this interview, like he pulled up stuff that I didn't even know, all the incidents that's either.
I didn't know about the sister incident and the mama incident. I knew about the Indiana Pacers and the 17-year-old.
And then he got other stuff that's still, I guess.
No, those was all it. He said all the other ones are sealed. Now, I think the league is still investigating his gun thing. But then again, I don't know because they suspended him. I don't know if they still investigating the whole.
No, what they? Oh, you talking about who gun it was?
Yeah, and how did he get it? And
no face. Well, I'm saying no face, no case, but it was his face with the gun. But I mean,
but shout out,
everybody answers the same way. Watch in the streets, like, I don't know who gun that was.
Yeah.
But shout out to Ja. He seems like he's more focused.
He finna be locked in. This like he finna take this. And he gonna have a chip on his shoulder, and not in a bad way because he brought this on himself. But
at least accountability was there.
And he finna have like, I don't know if I'm saying the right, chip on the shoulder or saying something in another way. I don't know how else to say it, but he finna, he got a monkey on his back. He finna let loose because he's brought this little he's dimmed his light a little bit, but he finna go crazy, I believe.
Yeah, and if they take off they do good in the conference.
Yeah, right now they're third seed because the Sacramento Kings is number 2 now. Shout out to De'Aaron Fox, that boy there. Y'all, I don't side note, but y'all drop down in the comments and let us know, have y'all watched this interview, and if you even have been keeping up with what's going on with this situation. And if you have, drop down in the comments and let us know if you giving him grace, or are you ready for him to get back on the floor? Like, come on. I'm team Morant, and I'm hoping the best for him. He's one of the best, one of the most electrifying players right now in the league. So, you know what I'm saying? He's bringing, without him in the league, the excitement, some of that excitement is not there. But when he's playing in the league, that excitement, the NBA is grateful for him. I'm telling you, he would have came back before the playoffs anyway. I believe, even if he was suspended a certain amount of games, more than 8. But yeah, drop down in the comments, y'all.
Still here, Peanut, say hey.
Let us know how y'all feeling about it.
Yeah, y'all. With that being said, we back, y'all. But with that being said, like, comment, subscribe to this video. Please share if you would like it. If this is the first time coming across your screen, hit the notice so you can get it. And with that being said, y'all,
Team Morant.